They look calm though. They don't look too overhyped. So that is
unlike us,
yeah.
who are pretty excited about the result of the first game, if only because it spells
around though on Kalista. Still having to respect that power of the Nico despite those nerfs.
Oh, Bwipo trading in here. Flounder gets the level 2. The ghouls are not enough, and once again, Bwipo falls for first blood.
Flandre, Yorick strike.
An easy enough secure here for Tarzan. No way for Inspired to get across towards this side of the map quickly enough. Will be the second neutral objective for AL as well, as obviously they got those grubs a little bit earlier on. Overextend into this. Both the junglers actually tracking each other a lot through this early game, even though they started on opposite sides of the map. Season 6 going out as they look for Hope. Base call as well. Flash hostile takeover. And Hope, even with the barrier, needs another auto on Busio. He gets the redemption, but it's too late. And here comes Tarzan. 2 quick kills for Tarzan as we talk about the junglers tracking each other. Tarzan lying in wait, claims a double. Bwipo, well, yeah, the Maiden's going to kill you there. Good flash from Flandre to get out of the wave. On its way, about 10 seconds before it's there. Tarzan will spot Inspired, and Bwipo coming in from the side, tries to dodge away, not hit by the Vault Breaker, puts down the Frozen Domain, and this is his turf you're playing on. There's the Realm Walk coming out from Shanks. Hostile takeover, not going to connect onto AL. Masu Force, low Fates call, out the bailout. Just means he dies a little later. Bwipo will manage to kill off Shanks, though, as Flandre gets a double towards the top side. Tarzan will take out Bwipo, and in the end, a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of AL.
Yeah, AL really nice. They get their tower down as well. They extend their gold lead, and they continue to push on the sides. On the bottom, Yorick, and you do have the Rise on the other side.
It looks like it's Quad who's going to be answering Flandre towards this top side. Inspired has the cease and desist and talked about picks. This is the sort of thing you need to do if you're FlyQuest. The problem is Mountain Soul once again in this series, and with the Rift Herald charging in, I don't really think any defense can be mounted by FlyQuest. They cede control of the mid-wave. The Rift Herald will charge forward. Quad here now to try and defend the tier 2. Inspired all the way over at the Wolves, so it doesn't really have a flank on right now. Rift Herald charges forward once again. AL have another wave if they want to play on it, but they decide enough.
Feels like the reverse, even though it is a different style. But here's the attempt on the play.
Shanks flashes away, the TP coming in. Victor can stop that. He will use the Arcane Storm to do so. Shanks in the death realm now as Bwipo flashes forward and will claim the kill. Here comes Kyle, the rest of his team nowhere nearby, but he lands the Tangle Barbs onto Bwipo. The tower shot's not enough. Flandre unstoppable as he kills off Quad towards the top side. Tarzan was kept at bay by Busio and by Masu, and in the end will be a 1-for-1 exchange. The handshake from Busio, Tarzan chasing forward onto Masu. Busio, there's a good pillar behind them. The Fates call that will pull them back. Hostile takeover not going to do enough, and Masu and Busio should be able to walk away, but Hope has other ideas. Now underneath the tower, Bwipo and Masu can trade back onto this, and Masu will be brought back with the bailout. Inspired looking for Kyle. Tarzan's on his case now, on the chase now, as the pillar comes out to stop the Vault Breaker. Inspired has no summoners, and in the middle of Kyle and Tarzan, he will fall.
And the entire time, Flandre is opening
There's
up.
a little cheeky angle by which he can get in. Kyle using the shape splitter to give a little bit more vision. There's the Atacon secured for AL. In the end, it was routine for them, even though FlyQuest were posturing around it. Now they're looking for this tier 1 in the bot side. FlyQuest will begin to back away, realizing they just don't have the manpower. They just don't have the items to defend.
Yeah, they make the call. You got to go cross map. They can't fight, so recognize that. They just want Bwipo to at least try and get the objective bounty shutdown on the other side of the map.
See if you can get that tower, which Bwipo should be able to do. Has a cannon wave there and already has his Riftmaker and the Rylai's finish, so his auto attack's doing that a little bit more damage. Inspire's going to shadow him. Might as well try and steal away some of this jungle, especially since you know, with only 2 seconds on the mountain Drake, that's likely. Then Blast Cone's Inspired across, and with those ultimates used, with that sequence of plays, FlyQuest will just back away. AL will get themselves on Soul Point with a 6,000 gold lead as FlyQuest really found wanting through this mid-game as well, and FlyQuest will be too slow to respond to that. They also have to think about the top inhibitor because that's beginning to be hit by the minions. Tarzan chasing Inspired. Vault Breaker. Inspired's on the wrong side of this wall, and he might have to flash to get out. Kaya with the double knocker with the Pot Blossom. Hostile takeover hits onto no one. Hope flashing away from Masu, who's on the chase with a Fates call as well. And perhaps Masu and Busio have found a bit of the fight they were looking for. The Ren comes out. Masu will take down one, gets the bailout as well, but FlyQuest can't find more. Busio walking away wounded, flashes to safety. The Realm Walk looking to chase him as Busio thought he could fancy feed away from it, but the Rune Prison in the end is enough to kill him off. AL find 3. They lose their AD carry, sure, but it looks like they're going to add a little bit more to that skill score. Whippo in the middle of 3 members of AL will try and kill off Tarzan, but Tarzan can flash the wall, and Whippo doesn't have that same luxury. Flandre now dominating 6-0-0 on Yorick.
Yeah, massive with his iconic pick there, and it is going to be the Baron for sure for AL. Absolutely crushing this game in similar fashion. I mean, it's almost like here we go. We're trying to make a big play, but there's no way for him to get past Kyle.
How'd you get in? Like, it's in game 1, except going in the opposite direction. It's like, yes, you can make some good plays, you can find some good catches, but the health bars are just too big for you to work with right now.
Yeah.
AL with that Baron buff for the next 2 minutes, going to push in through this bot side. FlyQuest have 3 members on the top side. They were looking for that tier 2, looking for those objective bounties, but couldn't quite find them. And now, anyone's Legend have 2 waves pushing in. They've already taken an inhibitor in this bottom lane. The top lane inhib is open for them as well. They take the inhibitor tower in mid. The root's going to land onto Whippo as Tarzan continues to wail away, and Whippo is sent to an early grave by Shanks. Triple inhib is on the cards here for AL if they want it, but they might just look for the Nexus towers. FlyQuest a man down now trying to defend, and I think really Flandre could do it all himself. Double pop Blossom into the hostile takeover, and Flandre is going to turn around and start hitting his own teammates, but it doesn't really matter because now he dashes back forward, flashes in, gives FlyQuest their last rites, read out the eulogy as we go to 1-1.
AL bouncing right back in game number 2 with a dominating performance of their